Okay, Greg, we're going to go here in, say, about 15 seconds.
I'm ready when you are.
Okay, about 15 seconds.
This is a production of MidPennBroadcasting.com, where over 70 local sporting events a year stream live to your PC, laptop, phone, and tablet.
This is Greencastle Intro Blue Devils basketball on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Greencastle Antrim High School, where tonight it's the Greencastle Antrim Lady Blue Devils taking on East Pennsboro. And tonight's game is brought to you by F&M Trust. If your banking relationship feels too distant lately, switch to F&M Trust. F&M Trust is local and make sure banking is done your way every day. Learn more at fmtrustonline.com. Member FDIC. Tonight's game also brought to you by the Franklin County Visitors Bureau, Keystone Ford, Waste Management, Del Martin Incorporated, Patriot Federal Credit Union, Johnny's Restaurant and Hotel Service, Shippensburg Physical Therapy, Horace Mann, Greencastle Eye Care Center, Lecron Comfort Solutions, and Klein Tours. Tonight's pregame show brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent, serving Greencastle, Waitsboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding Pennsylvania and Maryland communities. Good evening, everyone. I'm Gary Klein, along with John Freeman, as the Blue Devils and East Pennsboro go at it tonight. Greencastle coming in at 13-3, and East Pennsboro at 7 wins and 9 losses. Greencastle undefeated in the Colonial Division, currently ranked number 8 in the District 3 5A rankings.
And that's a very important place to be, Gary, because with 16 teams advancing to the district playoffs this year, getting that top 8 means you have a first-round home playoff game. So the Blue Devil girls need to start winning winning more games. They have 6 games left in the regular season. They need to start winning games so they can get it maybe even to the 7 or the 6. So they definitely want to guarantee themselves a first-round home playoff game, kind of like where the boys are in their situation right now. Greencastle comes into the game off a game last night, playing here on a very kind of a rare Wednesday evening. Last night they defeated Boiling Springs in Colonial Division play 60-42. Morgan Wagaman led the way for the Lady Blue Devils last night with 17 points. Lydia Christ was 16, and Janae Faulkner with 13. And that's something that head coach Mike Ryan has been looking for, Gary, getting some additional scoring help out of this team other than Janae Faulkner.
That is, and last night he was able to do that. And, John, as you know, that's going to be a big key as far as the Blue Devils as they move into postseason goes.
Yeah, they have the talent right now, I think, and they've shown it this year to win a Colonial Division title. As you said, they're 9-0. 2 games, they need to win 2 more games, and they'll clinch first place. But once you advance into the district play and the competition level goes up somewhat, you're going to need a second and a third scorer, and that's why it's so important to see a Morgan Wagaman and a Lydia Christ, do what they did last night.
And ladies and gentlemen, from Greencastle Antrim High School, our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the
After 2 consecutive losses, the Blue Devils have won 2 games in a row. And that improved their record to 13-3 on the season with those back-to-back victories. They hope to keep it going here tonight. An opponent they don't see often out of the Capital Division.
Yeah, you look at East Pennsboro and you see that 7-9 record and you think this may be an easy one tonight, but you have to remember East Pennsboro does play in the Capital Division of the Mid-Penn Conference. A little tougher competition level, I think we would agree on that. So, just because they're 7-9 and trying to get back to 500, this is going to be a good East Pennsboro team, and the Blue Devils are really going to have to bring their game tonight if they want to be competitive.
So here we go. Janae Faulkner jumping for the Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils. Madison, or number 35, Sunshine McCray, jumping for East Pennsboro.
McCray leading the team in points this year. 260 points on the season so far for East Pennsboro.
And it's East Pennsboro who controls the tap. That's Madison Ernst with the basketball. And down in the corner it goes, and back over right side. Again, that is Ernst. And to 14, which is not listed on the roster. And working again, that is Allison Langland. And the ball taken away by the Blue Devils. That is Morgan Walgeman. And Walgeman will get it to Schanzenbacher. Back it comes to Walgeman. Walgeman. Now to Faulkner. She puts up the 3, and it's no good.
Interesting matchup on the defensive end for Greencastle, Gary. Head coach Mike Ryan putting Janae Faulkner on Sunshine McCray. I guess your best defender is going to guard the best offensive player for East Pennsboro, so an interesting matchup there.
So it's East Pennsboro with the ball just less than a minute into the ball game. Still looking for the first score of the night. Cross-court pass it goes underneath. The shot is no good, but there is McCray to follow up and put it through. Sunshine McCray gives East Pennsboro a 2-0 lead.
Blue Devils opening up a defense there, showing a little bit of a half-court press. Nice job by East Pennsboro to find the open man and get the first 2 points of the ball game.
And that's number 10, Morgan Walgeman. And Walgeman to the basket. Now back out she comes, gives a look, and tosses it to Schanzenbacher. And Walgeman.
Nice man-to-man defense by East Pennsboro.
And there's the 3-pointer for Greencastle, Lydia Christ.
As soon as I say that, Chris finds a little opening and hits the 3. And again, like we said in the pregame show, Greencastle needs Lydia Christ to score points, and she's doing it so far tonight.
And there the ball is thrown out of bounds. Lydia Christ with that good game in the ball game last night, I guess it was. Yeah.
16 points. 2 3-pointers in that game.
And the shot there from outside is no good from Langland. And the Sunshine McCray with the rebound.
McCray standing about, I would guess, about 6'1", because she looks like she's about 2 inches taller than Janae, who's at 5'11". She just willed her way to get that last rebound there.
And back out it comes to Sunshine McCray. And again, this is Madison Ernst. And Ernst feeds it across court. Now back out top of the circle. 3-point attempt there is off the glass and no good for Langland. And it's taken away by the Blue Devils. Shot is up there and no good. And the rebound comes down to the Panthers. And the shot by McCray is out, and now follow-up is good underneath. And it is a 4-3 lead for East Pennsboro Panthers. 5:05 remaining to be played here in the first quarter. And Lydia Christ now to the corner. And back out, and it's going to be taken away by the Panthers. So the Panthers moving right to left, a nice pass down court. And back up top it comes Allison Langland.
Yeah, a little miscommunication last time up the court, Gary. Madison Schweitzer wasn't looking when the pass came to her, and East Pennsboro were able to get the steal.
And East Pennsboro with another 2 points underneath, looking for the... And it is a 6-3 lead for the Panthers.
Look at it.
And it comes back out those 2 points by Brittany Bowling.
Blue Devils moving the ball a little bit better here on this trip down the court, working the ball around. Unfortunately, a pass knocked out of bounds, and Greencastle will take the ball underneath their own basket.
So now the Blue Devils have it back out. Shot up there is no good. Rebound comes down. That's Sunshine McCray underneath for the layup and the 2-pointer for Madison Ernst. And a timeout by the Blue Devils with the score. East Pennsboro 8, Greencastle 3 on the F&F Trust, the Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com. Game Time PA and 93.7 FM WRGG and on the web at WRGG.org.
What's that?
We have 22 community offices, all right here in South Central PA. So get banking done your way. Visit fntrustonline.com today. Member FDIC.
When it comes to buying tires, Keystone Ford has a very simple, easy to understand, crystal clear guarantee. We will beat any competitor's advertised price on the brand name tires we sell. That's our Keystone Ford low price tire guarantee.
And Faulkner missing the shot and the rebound coming down the way of the Panthers, and it's going to be a out of bounds on, or a foul called on the Blue Devils, and it was called on Morgan Wagaman. That's her first, or the team's first, and East Pennsboro to inbound it. And back out. Shot coming up outside. 3-pointer is good. Number 14. Whoever.
I don't have her either.
Yeah, number 14 with the 3-pointer. And it is an 11-3 lead for East Pennsboro.
Yeah, very impressed with the Panthers so far, Gary. They're doing a nice job moving the basketball, working the ball off the floor, and limiting the Blue Devils to 1 shot on each offensive possession.
And there's Faulkner missing the 3-pointer. And the ball out of bounds. Blue Devils will inbound it. Greencastle only able to get on the board so far with Lydia Christ 3. Here's another one, and that shot is no good from Christ. And the rebound comes down to the Panthers, and over it comes. And you're looking at number 5, Allison Langland. And back out Madison Ernst.
East Penn very patient here on the offensive end.
And again, over to Langland. Yeah, they're waiting for their shots, and the ball is knocked away.
Yeah, it's a nice job there, Madison Schweitzer. They kind of went over the top, over top of Janae to get it to Sunshine McCray. Nice job, Maddie Schweitzer coming in on the help defense, able to knock that pass out. And East Penn will keep possession.
And the Panthers to inbound it, and the shot out on the 3-point attempt is no good, and it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils basketball.
Gonna have to try and find out who number 14 is as well as she shoots the ball. We may be saying her name quite a bit tonight.
Yeah, and this is Faulkner. And there's the shot coming up, a 3-pointer. Another 3 for the Blue Devils, and this time Morgan Wagaman. And that makes it an 11-6 ball game.
17 points last night for Morgan, getting back on track here so far tonight.
Underneath, and there's the shot. Nice looking shot underneath.
Yeah, that's just good ball movement there. Finding the open man, number 24, that was Brittany Bowling. She's able to find that open space and get the easy 2.
And here's Faulkner. And now to Chris out, and Wagaman. It's no good. And the East Pennsboro Panthers with the rebound. Allison Langland. And back out it comes to Langland. And again over to that mystery 14. Now the shot is up, no good, as it's missed by Madison Ernst. And East Pennsboro with the rebound. Sunshine McCray. Shot up off balance, no good. Blue Devils rebound. That's Morgan Wagaman.
Actually, Gary, I guess Lauren Cole into the game for the Blue Devils. I guess we missed that on the last change of possession.
And there's the shot up from the side, left side, no good, out of bounds, and it's going to go to East Pennsboro.
You know, Gary, give a lot of credit to East Pennsboro and their defense so far tonight. Here we are with 1:07 left to go in the first quarter. Janae Faulkner has not scored yet tonight. I think she's only taken 2 shots so far in the first 7 minutes of the game.
And a 7-point lead. The Blue Devils with just a pair of 3-pointers. The other way, underhanded layup is good. And Madison Ernst with a 2-pointer and a 15-6 lead.
Yeah, East Penn doing a nice job taking it inside. That's 3 straight easy baskets for East Pennsboro, taking it to the Greencastle defense.
And that's Lauren Cole. Now back out. Faulkner puts up the long distance 3, and she's got it. It's all net. Janae Faulkner.
Yeah, and that's what they're going to need. She's going to have to start taking control of this game. She has her first 3-pointer of the night. Greencastle's going to need her to do that all night long.
So Faulkner with the 3, and boy, can they get you back in quickly, and that shot is no good. It's off the top of the backboard.
I think we're going to have a foul, I believe. Oh, foul after the shot, okay. So after the 3-point shot, that was the foul on Lydia Christ, I believe.
And again, it's knocked out of bounds. 25 seconds remain here in the first quarter.
Yeah, you think if East Pennsboro would have watched any video of Greencastle this year, they know not to throw over the top of Janae because she will go up and knock pretty much anything out of the air.
And the inbound pass comes in very quickly, and getting a hand on it for the Blue Devils was Schweitzer. And it goes back to Greencastle, to Faulkner. And now back out it comes. This is Lauren Cole. Cole coming into the paint. And they'll get it back out to Faulkner with 7 seconds to go. Janae Faulkner. And Faulkner puts up the long distance 3. She's got it. Couple of feet behind the top of the circle. And Faulkner with another 3-pointer. And wow, the Blue Devils were behind the whole first quarter. And they go into the second quarter trailing only by 3. It's East Pennsboro 15, Greencastle 12. On the F&M Trust, the Sports Network, on MidPennBroadcasting.com, Game Time PA, and WRGG and WRGG.org.
You know, Gary, the Blue Devils just worked that end of the first quarter to perfection. They got the ball with about 20 seconds to go, worked it around, got it into Janae Faulkner's hand with about 10 seconds on the clock. She killed it, wasted a little time, dribbled around, then a great crossover move, step back, and like you said, that was probably, 21, 22 feet, nothing but net. You know, she took control there at the end of the first quarter, scored the last 6 points for the Blue Devils, and they only trail by 3 after 1.
So here's the Blue Devils to start the second quarter. A pass to Faulkner, and she puts up another 3 to tie the ball game. Janae Faulkner.
9 straight points for the senior. She brings the Blue Devils from a 9-point deficit back to a tie.
And it is tied up at 15. And here comes the Panthers, and that is off the back, no good. Follow up by McCray is no good. And it's Faulkner who gets the ball, throws it in the air, and it's taken away by East Pennsboro. And at the other end, that shot no good. McCray underneath puts it through. It's good, and she'll draw the foul.
Janae unable to get that rebound. She tried to throw the ball back towards midcourt, and Morgan Wogman just got flat run over by Sunshine McCray. Good to see Morgan was able to get up after that. Taylor Owen into the game for East Pennsboro. McCray's first shot off the back of the rim and good. So she completes the 3-point play, and that gives the East Pennsboro team an 18-15 lead over the Blue Devils. 7:15 to go here in the second quarter.
And with the ball, it's Cole. Back out it comes. This is Lauren Cole. And she'll work it to Schweitzer. Janae Faulkner. Cole puts it up outside, no good. Panthers right there to get the rebound. And they'll take it the other way, and it goes out of bounds.
East Pennsboro are very aggressive on the offensive end, Gary. As soon as they get that rebound, all 5 players, as hard as they can, sprinting down the floor, looking to create some action. Unfortunately, there the pass just a little bit too high, out of bounds. Blue Devils fortunate to get a turnover and get the ball back. They can tie it here with a 3.
Down by 3, 18-15. Here's Faulkner. Faulkner will feed it out to Schweitzer. Back over it comes. Faulkner on the right side. She drives in underneath, puts it in. Janae Faulkner.
And she scored the last 11 points for the Blue Devils. Got bumped going down the baseline, strong enough to keep her composure and get that basket to fall.
And McCray the other way misses the layup. There to pick up the rebound for the Blue Devils is Lydia Christ. And it's Christ. Over to the corner it comes, and back out Faulkner again for the 3, and she's got it. Janae Faulkner. Unbelievable. 14 points for Faulkner. The Blue Devils have taken the lead.
And the last 14 points for the Blue Devils. Janae just taking control of this game, and that's what she does very, very well.
Weren't we mentioning she hadn't scored? And the ball is up, and the rebound comes down to the Panthers. I think as soon as you mentioned that, John, she reeled off 14.
Yeah, I don't think she heard us, but she definitely stepped her game up a little bit right there.
And the Panthers have to be in a little bit of shock here.
Yeah, to watch Janae, I mean, what she did, I mean, hitting the 3-pointers, hitting the jumpers, just doing a fantastic job, as she's done for 4 years. So you can't be too surprised by what she does, but it's still a sight to see.
And East Pennsboro slowing it down here a little bit. That's Taylor Owen with the ball. And it's Madison Ernst, and now over it comes to the corner, Langland, and back out to 14. And there's Langland, Madison Ernst.
Blue Devils definitely picking up the defensive intensity here, doing a nice job on the D end.
Panthers still working the ball, and almost knocked away, but there to pick it up is Taylor Owen on the right side. Down under the baseline. Shot is up there and no good. And the Panthers will get the ball as it's knocked out by the Blue Devils.
Yeah, what had been a number of possessions down the court there where East Pennsboro worked it in for an easy shot underneath. Right now, like we said, Greencastle stepping up the defensive intensity, and East Penn's working hard just to get an average shot off right now.
And very quickly, inbound pass from the foul line. It's no good for Ernst. And East Pennsboro with the rebound. As they've been controlling the ball, got the last few rebounds. Way outside, that shot misses, and the Blue Devils come up with it, and they get it to Schweitzer. It was Nolbut who came up with the rebound. Here's Faulkner. Faulkner loses the basketball. East Pennsboro has it down by 2, taking it right to left across your screen. And there the Faulkner reaches up, grabs it, and throws it down to Wagaman. And now Faulkner, now from outside. Lydia Christ for the 3, it misses. Blue Devils get the rebound. Jumper there is no good from Wagaman, and it goes back to East Pennsboro.
Yeah, nice job there by the Blue Devils working the ball around. Got themselves a couple of nice-looking shots, just unable to get either one to fall right there.
Panthers, they go for the reverse layup underneath, no good, but right there is Sunshine McCray to put it through for the 2-pointer. And the ball game is tied at 20 on the McCray bucket with 3:34 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and a nice job by McCray there. Madison Ernst for East Pennsboro took the ball underneath, made a nice move on the reverse layup, unable to get it to fall, and McCray was right there to get the putback and tie this game at 20. So far right now, scoring for the Blue Devils, Janae Faulkner, 14 points, Lydia Christ with 3, and Morgan Wagaman with 3. And Janae Faulkner, of course, like we said, at one point it was a 17-6 game. Then Janae Faulkner took over end of the first quarter and into the second, scoring the last 14 points for the Blue Devils to actually give Greencastle a 20-18 lead. And then the putback there by McCray, tying it up here at 20 with 3 minutes and 34 seconds to go in the second quarter. Like I said, Blue Devils and East Pennsboro here in a non-divisional game. Both teams looking to do something, qualify for the playoffs. East Penn is 12th in 4A. Blue Devils are 8th in 5A. So a win here for East Pennsboro could certainly push them up closer to that top 8 in 4A. And the Blue Devils certainly want to maintain that 8th spot in 5A so they can continue to hold a first-round playoff game, which would take place on February 21st here in Greencastle.
And that would be, you have to be one of the top 8
True.
to do that. So the Blue Devils are right on the bubble for it. Blue Devils were ranked as high as 3. Here's Faulkner, and it's just off the front of the rim and out of bounds.
You know, it's funny, Gary. At some point, you get to a point where when she misses a shot, you're surprised.
Yeah.
She's just that good. That
Yeah.
wow, she actually missed a shot.
Yeah, she missed it just right off the rib. Yeah, surprise. She does miss once in a while. And the Cubs cross court again, Faulkner. And she'll throw it underneath, and there's up and no good from Chris. Sunshine McCray reaches above everyone for the rebound for East Pennsboro. 3:04 remaining to be played here in the first half, and the ball goes out of bounds.
Nice defense there. Morgan Wagaman going for the steal, trying to take the ball away from Ernst. Knocked it off. I think it went off her leg and out of bounds. So East Pennsboro will keep control of the basketball here at the 3-minute mark of the second quarter.
So it's still Panthers basketball. And this is McCray, and that shot is no good. Panthers rebound, and it's going to be a travel on the Panthers. And the turnover, it'll go to the Blue Devils.
Yeah, Owen underneath the basket tried to get it to go. Nice defense in there. I think it was Lydia Christa and Janae able to kind of take her off balance and forced Owen to walk. And the Blue Devils will get the ball. And Gary, they can take the lead again right here.
They can. It's tied at 20. They were down by 9 at one time. Not going to happen now as the ball is stolen by East Pennsboro and Madison Ernst. And the Panthers on offense, they get it to Ernst underneath, no good. But the foul is going to be called. I believe it's going to be on Faulkner.
Yeah, I think you're right, Gary. And that was a nice job by Madison Ernst for East Pennsboro right there, getting the steal on the defensive and then coming down and finding a way to get away from Morgan Wagaman, finding an open space and a nice pass inside. And, Janae having to foul to prevent the easy layup.
And here's Ernst from the foul line, and the shot is good. Madison Ernst hits her first one.
Ernst with 5 points here in the basketball game.
Now Ernst with the second one, and she's got it up and in. And the 22-20 lead for the Panthers. So East Pennsboro has regained the lead.
And Ernst scoring her 4th and 5th point there. She leaves the game, into the game for East Pennsboro. Number 4, Madison Walker.
And this is Janae Faulkner right at midcourt with the basketball. 2:13 remaining to be played. First half, Blue Devils trail it by 2. And it's almost taken away, but it's hit back to Faulkner. And behind the back of Faulkner, and she'll get it out. And the shot going up and just rimming out on the three-point attempt for Lydia Chris.
Yeah, tough break for Chris. Got the good look, and I thought that was going in, Gary. Just hit the rim and wouldn't go in.
It had the looks that it was, and it did everything except fall to the bottom. A double dribble. And that means Blue Devil basketball on the turnover.
Morgan Wagaman there with the nice defense, able to force Madison Walker into the double dribble. Blue Devils will get possession here with 1:44 to go until halftime. They trail by 2. So, Gary, they can either tie the game or take the lead.
And they have a shot to do that right now with Faulkner. Janae Faulkner from outside the 3, and that rims out. That looked like it was going down, but went the other way.
Yeah, just like Lydia Chris. I'm not sure how those balls didn't go. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And McCray misses one. That had the same look to it at the other end.
Yeah, that was a nice offensive transition there by East Pennsboro, able to get a couple of quick passes and get a Sunshine McCray coming down through the key. Got the nice pass to her. Unfortunately, she couldn't get the shot to fall. Blue Devils caught a little bit of a break there.
And this is Faulkner. And there's Chris now underneath on the baseline, and back out it comes. That is Ashley Nobit. And Chris. And out, and the shot is up there. No good from Wagaman. And the rebound comes down to the Panthers. Bounce pass underneath. 14 will not be able to get it, and it's out of bounds. And I believe it's going to be Blue Devil basketball.
No, yeah. I think that went off the hand of Lydia Christ. I think it's going to be East I think you're going to say it's East Pennsboro. Lydia reached down to try and grab it before it went out of bounds, and I think it hit off her hand. And the ball all the way out to midcourt with Ernst being guarded by the Blue Devils Noblet.
And now the shot there is up and good for East Pennsboro with 39 seconds. And that was Sunshine McCray. And a 4-point lead for East Pennsboro at 24-20. This is Noblet over to Wagaman.
I think the Blue Devils here content to hold for one shot. Looks like East Pennsboro is going to let them.
As the Blue Devils work the clock down, all the way down to 10 seconds. And this is Faulkner, and that is no good, and that is the end of the first half with the score. The East Pennsboro leading Greencastle by a score of 24-20 on the F&M Trust, the sports network, on midpenbroadcasting.com, Game Time PA, WRGG 93.7 FM, and WRGG.org. And we'll be coming right back with the Anthem Insurance Halftime Report after these messages.
PA. That's 100% local to me, and it's banking done my way every day. If this sounds like a great bank to you, learn more now at fmtrustonline.com. Member FDIC.
Have you got a car to sell but don't want to buy a new one? What are you going to do? A newspaper ad, Craigslist, or the old sign in the windshield? You will get to talk to some really interesting people, but the odds of you selling your car aren't really good. But you can bring it to Keystone Ford, and here's my promise to you. We'll appraise your car with no obligation and make you an offer. If you accept the offer, you'll get your check that day. Now, how easy was that? We're Keystone Ford, fast, fair, and friendly.
At Horace Mann, we believe educators are taking care of our children's future and deserve to have someone help take care of theirs. That's why we're here, to help educators protect what they have today with quality, affordable insurance and prepare for tomorrow with a variety of financial solutions. Visit your Greencastle representative, Jeff Coons, at 116 South Antrim Way, Greencastle, or call 717-597-4532. Horace Mann, founded by educators for educators.
Here's Johnny's Big Fish, the Hogger Dog, Rod Hogger with the catch of the day.
Sweet seafood at Johnny's. Shrimp, crab, scallops, and more.
A 3-pound box of 1620 breaded butterfly shrimp, just $19.50. Or how about a 5-pound box of 36 40-count raw Gulf shrimp, only $26.95. Wow, Rod.
A 2-pound bag of those 31 40-count easy peeled IQS shrimp for just $11.25. And coconut breaded torpedo shrimp, 3 pounds for $18.50.
Lump crab meat, $10.95 a pound. Frozen colossal crab meat, $10.95 a pound. Snow crab clusters, $8.95 a pound.
Jumbo roll scallops, $12.95 a pound. Cod fillets, $3.95 a pound. Tilapia fillets, $3.20 a pound. And how about some skin-on whiting fillets, $5.50 for 2 pounds.
Catch it while you can. The winter seafood sale at Johnny's.
Johnny's with 2 great locations, Route 11 South in Chambersburg and Johnny's Express, Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg.
Greencastle Eye Care Center has been the area's premier eye care provider since 1984. Dr. Sandra Fink-Freeman and Dr. Charlie Parsons provide comprehensive eye exams, including medical eye exams and contact lens fittings for patients from age 1 to over 100. The office has a complete optical department with a wide variety of frames for adults and children. Conveniently located in the John Grove Medical Center off Exit 5 along I-81, Greencastle Eye Care Center is your family eye care provider, always accepting new patients. Call us at 717-597-7708.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school basketball every Thursday night at 7:30 on midpenbroadcasting.com.
Gary Klein with John Freeman back at Greencastle Antrim High School. A good first half, exciting first half, John. 24-20 is the lead for East Pennsboro.
There we go. Very well played first half, both teams actually. And give the Greencastle girls a lot of credit, Gary. East Penn came out a little bit in that first quarter and into the second quarter, did a nice job pushing the ball up the court, running a nice fast break offense. And then in the second quarter, you saw Greencastle kind of step up the defensive pressure a little bit, did a much better job. You weren't seeing East Penn getting the easy shots underneath the basket like they did earlier in the game. They're starting to have to work for the shots, and that's certainly a good thing for Greencastle. And if you look at the Blue Devils scoring in the first half, you have Janae Faulkner with 14, Lydia Christ with 3, and Morgan Wagaman with 3. And if you remember, Wagaman and Christ each had 3s early in the first quarter, and then Greencastle was stuck on 6 for a little while, and then that's when Janae Faulkner took over, scoring 14 straight points for the Blue Devils. Actually gave them the lead at one point, 20-18. Right now they trail by 4, but I think, Gary, compared to where they were early in the first quarter, I think Greencastle's in a good spot right now.
I think they're in a very good spot because it did not start out well. You went down by 9 points, and Faulkner, with that run, single-handedly put the Blue Devils back in the game and back on top. 14 consecutive points, and that's hard to top. She was in that zone, and everything was falling. And the Blue Devils down by 4, and it looks to be an exciting second half ahead. And we will be coming back with all the action on the F&M Trust and Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com, Game Time PA, WRGG 93.7 FM, and WRGG.org.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently, if only. No regrets. If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you. With an Erie Rate Lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at antriminspa.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at erieinsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to jdpower.com.
Erie Insurance.
Feel like you just can't get ahead because of high-interest credit card debt? Relief is here. Transfer your balance to a new Patriot Visa credit card and get a low rate for a full year. Learn more at patriotfcu.org.
Subject to credit approval, member NCUA.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
If it is January, Ice Fest is just around the corner. Ice Fest 2017 is set for Thursday, January 26th through Sunday, January 29th. Giant ice sculptures carved before your eyes, photos in the magical throws, a snowfall ball, chili cook-off, a scavenger hunt, a giant ice slide, and so much more fun for the entire family. It is Pennsylvania's largest ice festival. Details at explorefranklincountypa.com or call 866-646-8060.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, Talk to your local waste management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
Okay, what you got here is your basic Ford Escape. You can buy it right here. This baby doesn't mess around, and it drives the competition crazy. See this hands-free liftgate? We have it, these guys don't. Need help parking? Escape has it. Do they? No, no, no. Got jet skis or a boat? Not the Titanic. Something smaller? If it weighs more than this, these guys can't do it. That's the Ford Escape, and we're Keystone Ford. Fast, fair, and friendly.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Trane dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
Are you ready? This is Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils basketball on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
And the shot up and good there, and that's 5 points, whoever number 14 is tonight.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad because she's having a pretty nice game. Let's try and get her name at some point here.
Yeah, and this the Blue Devils now going right to left, and it very well may be someone with just a number change. Most likely it is.
Yeah, that would be my guess. I'm guessing someone on the right. I'm thinking it could be Callie Joyce. She's the third leading scorer for the team, so she's listed as number 22 on the roster, but we'll try and figure it out.
Yeah, that's a good bet, John. And over it comes, and back out, and a whistle, and it's going to be a turnover. It'll be East Pennsboro basketball. Blue Devils scoring summed up very quickly tonight, 14 for Faulkner, and then it was 3 points for Morgan Walgam and 3 for Lydia Christ.
Yeah, Gary, last night Wagaman and Chris combined for 33 points against Bowling Springs. Only 6 tonight. You're going to need to see them pick up the scoring pace here if Greencastle is going to be competitive in this game.
And again, the shot outside. It is no good. Rims out. That was 14 again. And working the ball back. This is Morgan Wagaman. The jumper is no good. And Sunshine McCrae comes down with the rebound. And three-pointer from the corner is good. And that, again, was 14.
Yeah, 5 straight points for East Pennsboro here to start off the third quarter. Certainly not the way head coach Mike Ryan wanted to go for his team.
Faulkner with a 3, and it's no good. Off the side of the basket, and the lead is back to 9 for East Pennsboro. And to the basket underneath, and the shot is good, and a foul. And a chance to make it a 3-point play. East Pennsboro has their largest lead of the night.
Tell you what, Gary, you have to be impressed with Sunshine McCrae. She got the rebound, brought the ball down the court, led the break, got the ball past half court, made a very nice pass over to number 2, Madison Ernst. So she can shoot, she can rebound, she can handle the ball, and she's only a sophomore.
And a great-looking player she is, and as Greg Hoover said, one of the great names in the league.
That's true.
Sunshine McCrae.
Great player with a great name.
Yeah, and underneath then there is back and taken away by East Pennsboro. And over, and there's Faulkner with the basketball. She comes away with the turnover, going the other way. Janae Faulkner to the basket. She misses and draws the foul.
Yeah, nice job, Faulkner, there to avoid the charge. She was able to go past the defender to avoid being called for the charge. Unfortunately, unable to get the shot to fall, but she'll get a chance to shoot 2 here where she's pretty close to automatic.
25 of 49 on the year, now 25 of 50.
And just as I said it, she missed it.
Yeah. Blue Devils only shoot 50% from the line, and the second one does go down. Kind of spun in.
Yeah, that was a close one. Fortunate to get that one to fall.
And the Blue Devils now trail 32-21. Travel on East Pennsboro. And the turnover, ball goes back to Greencastle, and Janae Faulkner will bring it up for the Blue Devils, right to left across your computer screen tonight. As the shot up there, and Faulkner comes away with it under the basket. She goes to the basket, and a whistle.
They're going to call a foul on the floor, so the basket won't count, but Greencastle will take the ball underneath their own basket. I think that foul is going to be on Madison Ernst, and yeah, that's who it is. That'll be her first.
And here's Faulkner in the left corner. Faulkner tries to get it out and has it picked off as she tried to get it to Wogman. Now she steals, takes it to the basket, and scores.
Janae lost the ball, then she went and got it back and made the layup. Blue Devils get that lead back under.
Oh, and wow. That was a pass, and I mean a wicked one that went right in the stands.
Yeah, I think Lydia Chris came up to try and steal it. She actually kicked it, and that one, you're right, that could have hurt somebody if it would have hit them. Fortunately, no one hit by that.
Yeah, and it went in there.
Strange-looking play.
Yeah. I looked down and looked up and saw the basketball flying.
Yeah, in baseball, we're used to balls flying into the crowd like that, but not basketball.
And Sunshine McCray, top of the circle, is no good. Rebound comes down to the Blue Devils, and it's going to be a foul, and it's apparently on Greencastle. And Faulkner puts a hand between her and Madison Schweitzer, who wanted to say something to the official.
Yeah, she got the rebound, and when she turned to get an outlet pass to Janae, one of the players, Reese Pennsboro, stepped in front, and there might have been some contact. I'm not sure. I think Maddie thinks she was fouled, but the officials ended up calling the foul on her.
9-point lead. East Pennsboro with the ball to McCray, and she misses it. A fight for the rebound. East Pennsboro's going to come up with it along the side. And now we're going to get a call on the Blue Devils. It looks like a foul on Morgan Wogman as she tried to steal the ball.
Yeah, trying to get in there in front of Madison Ernst and take the ball away from her. Ernst did a nice job to shield her off, and all Morgan could do was run into her, and she's called for the foul.
And the pass will come inbounds as East Pennsboro, they get it to Madison Ernst. And it's Ernst being guarded by Wogman at midcourt. There's Ernst to the corner, and Bowling. And back out it comes to Ernst. And Sunshine McCray, and there to pick it off right in front of her is Faulkner. And the Blue Devils take it the other way. 3-point going up and no good. Lydia Crisp. East Pennsboro comes down with it.
Yeah, shooting woes continue for the Blue Devils here in the third quarter. Only 3 points so far here in the first 4 minutes of the quarter.
And there's the jumper, no good. A rebound to Faulkner, or two from Krista Faulkner. Over it comes to Lydia Crisp. And now Faulkner, three-pointer is good. And that was a long three-pointer.
That might be the longest of the night, Gary.
Yeah.
And that's what Greencastle's going to need at this point. Not getting a whole lot of points elsewhere, so Janae's just going to have to take over this game. She has 20 right now, and I think she's going to have to do more if the Blue Devils want to get back in this game.
And there's a break in the action with the score. East Pennsboro 32, Greencastle 26. On the F&M Trust, the Sports Network, on MidPennBroadcasting.com, GameTimePA.com, WRGG 93.7, and WRGG.org.
Feel like you just can't get ahead because of high-interest credit card debt? Relief is here. Transfer your balance to a new Patriot Visa credit card and get a low rate for a full year. Learn more at patriotfcu.org.
Subject to credit approval, member NCUA.
Are you ready? This is Greencastle Interim Blue Devils basketball on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Gary Klein, John Freeman, thanks for joining us tonight. The Blue Devils trying to come back again from a big deficit for the second time tonight. They trail by 6. And East Pennsboro, they get the ball underneath. Shot up there is off the front of the rim by McCray, no good. Rebound down to Faulkner and the Blue Devils. And this is Janae behind the back dribble. She'll get it to Lydia Crisp. And now over to Noblet. And underneath, and going for the basket but being fouled is number 24, Madison Schweitzer.
Yeah, Schweitzer, that's the first time she's taken the ball strong to the basket tonight. Did a nice job, got past McCray and forced McCray to foul. She gave the little pump fake there. McCray went up in the air, and then Schweitzer went up and was fouled. So, that's only the first foul on McCray. So the Blue Devils doing a nice job trying to get the ball inside.
And here's the Panthers going the other way, a pass, and it's off the back of the glass, no good. McCray misses, and its ball rolls out of bounds. And they're giving it to, I believe, to the Blue Devils, much to the dismay of the East Pennsboro Panthers.
Yeah, it was. I guess that was Sunshine McCray and a couple of Blue Devils underneath battling for the ball. And I guess they're going to give the foul to McCray. I'm not sure exactly what she did, but fortunately enough for the Blue Devils, they get the ball, and McCray picks up her second foul here in about 15 seconds.
And Greencastle now with Lydia Chris trying to get out of trouble, and it's going to be a turnover. And East Pennsboro forced Chris to lose the basketball.
Yeah, defensive pressure right there on Lydia Chris. She's unable to get the ball moving up court, dribbled the ball off her knee, I think, and it went out of bounds. So Blue Devils trailing by 6, really can't afford any turnovers here. But and unfortunately, they had one right there. And now we have a officials conference at center court.
Talking apparently the last play over, John.
I guess on how
it was.
It seemed to me like it went off Lydia Chris, but I guess we have a technical foul.
A technical foul on the Blue Devils, okay. And was that called? That was called on number 20.
Well, okay, thank you. I think you're going to get Heidi Schausenbacher for throwing an elbow, is what the official said. So East Penn, a chance to get a couple of free points here.
And they take advantage of the first one. And again, it's 14 at the line. And plus they'll get the ball. And the second one is no good.
Blue Devils get a little bit of a break there. East Pennsboro unable to cash in on the 2 free throws. Like you said, Gary, they will get the ball back. But Greencastle dodges at least a little bit of a bullet. Trailing by 6 here, East Pennsboro could have upped that lead to 8, and then with a basket here could have put it into double digits.
As the Panthers bring the ball in mid-court. And it's over to Taylor Owen. And Owen with a pass underneath to Ernst. And it's out of bounds. Turnover, Blue Devil basketball. 2:34 third quarter. And it's Faulkner all the way down the court. And Blue Devils managed to come away with it. Lost it momentarily. Faulkner for 3. Front of the rim, no good. Sunshine McCray with the rebound.
McCray once again pulls down a rebound, leads to break up the floor. And I think we had an inadvertent whistle, maybe?
A whistle on the other side of the court.
So they're going to reset right in front of us. East Pennsboro will keep possession.
As the Panthers work the ball in, that is Taylor Owen. And underneath the two-pointer is good for the Panthers, Taylor Owen.
Yeah, nice back screen there. They tried it before the last time down with Ernst. She was unable to handle the ball, but Owen able to get off that screen and get the ball and put the hoop in for 2 for East Pennsboro.
And the Panthers lead it by 8. Blue Devils need a bucket here as they get it underneath. And there's the missed shot from Waldman. And the basketball, East Pennsboro comes away with it. Down to a minute 37 in the third quarter, an 8-point lead for the East Pennsboro Panthers. And Madison Ernst. And with the ball, that is Ernst. And they'll pass it over on the left side, and Sunshine McCray underneath. And she gets it up right in front of Faulkner, and kind of a sideways shot, and it goes through.
That's a tough shot right there. Somehow able to get that around Janae Faulkner and into the basket for East Pennsboro. 10-point lead for the Panthers right now. Yeah, I'm not sure how she made it, Gary, but she did.
And there's a three-pointer just off the front of the rim for the Blue Devils. Schweitzer down by 10. The Blue Devils and the Panthers. With 44 seconds left, they get the ball to McCray, who drives underneath, misses it, gets her own rebound, misses again, and it's tapped right back to McCray.
She'll take it out, yeah.
And long three is no good. And McCray has a few inches on every one under that basket.
Yeah, she's probably 6'1", maybe 6'2", just trying to judge her. She stands beside Janae, who's 5'11", but yeah, she's the tallest player on the court, and she can pretty much she's pretty much doing what she wants right now.
Great-looking player. I mean, and a sophomore, like you said, John. So a lot of good games ahead for McCray. Down to 6 seconds. This is Faulkner with the ball. Faulkner comes in, takes the three, and the shot is no good as she actually hit the ceiling with the basketball.
Yeah, East Pennsboro definitely made some defensive adjustments right there to keep Janae from getting off a shot, running defenders at her on both sides of the court. Just very difficult for her to get a shot off there, and really no chance right there to make a basket. You know, Blue Devils only with 6 points in the third quarter, all scored by Janae Faulkner, Gary. So only 3 players scored for the Blue Devils so far tonight. Faulkner with 20, Christ with 3, and Morgan Wagaman with 3. So Mike Ryan, who got a lot of scoring from Morgan and Lydia last night, not getting it so much this evening.
And we'll be back with fourth quarter action after these messages on the F&M Trust Sports Network.
Does high-interest credit card debt have you down? Well, relief is here at Patriot Federal Credit Union. Save when you transfer your existing high-rate balance to a new Patriot Visa credit card. There's no annual fee and no transfer fee. Just a great introductory rate for 12 billing cycles. That gives you a full year to lower your balance. Learn more at patriotfcu.org.
Subject to credit approval, member NCUA.
Underway in the fourth quarter, the Blue Devils with the basketball. It's Faulkner with the three, no good, and it goes over top the basket and out the other side.
Yeah, tough break right there. Janae able to get the open look, unable to knock it down. She's pretty much been the only scoring threat for the Blue Devils tonight, trailing by 10. They're going to need some help. She's going to need some help if Greencastle wants to get back in this game.
Yeah, Blue Devils have to score more than 6 points this quarter. They're only 6 in the last quarter, knocked out of bounds. But I think it's off of Faulkner. It'll be East Pennsboro basketball. Blue Devils with just 4 fouls starting the third quarter. East Pennsboro 3. And this is McCray underneath, and she puts it through.
And that's a set play right there for East Pennsboro, bringing McCray down through the key, hitting her with the pass and the easy layup. They've done that a couple times tonight. I think that's the third time she scored like that.
And the Blue Devils will turn it over at their end, lose the basketball. And East Pennsboro will get it back up by 12 points.
Big possession here. I think the Blue Devils are going to need a defensive stop. Trailing by 12, they're going to have to do some damage here on the defensive end and keep East Pennsboro off the scoreboard if they're going to try and work their way back into this.
I think this is East Pennsboro's biggest of the night. They try to get it underneath. And now I bring it back out, and the jumper there is wide of everything. And Faulkner with the rebound. And right away, a whistle. And I think they're going to call a foul, an elbow.
Yeah, it's going to be on Taylor Rowe, and she kind of reached in on Janae and made some contact. Not a very smart foul right there when they have the ball 80 feet away from their own basket. So fortunate for the Blue Devils. East Pennsboro 5 team fouls, Blue Devils with 4. So neither team really in any danger of going into the bonus.
And Blue Devils, Faulkner threw it out of bounds. She wanted to get the pass off to Wagaman, but it went by or out of bounds, a Blue Devil turnover. And we're inside of 7 minutes to play. And the Blue Devils have scored just 6 since halftime.
Be interesting to see what East Pennsboro does here on the offensive end. Do they pull the ball out and maybe try and run a little clock, or do they keep doing what they've been doing all night, working the ball inside to McCray?
Right now it looks like they're going to run a little clock. As they work it, now trying to get it inside to McCray, and she's going to draw the foul. I think it's going to be on Faulkner.
Yeah, I think she reached across to try and get the steal, and I think she got a little bit of McCray's arm. So that'll be foul number 3 on Janae Faulkner here at the 6:30 mark of the fourth quarter.
And there's a break in the action with the score. East Pennsboro 38, Greencastle 26 on the F&M Trust, the Sports Network on midpennbroadcasting.com. Game Time PA, WRGG 93.7 at WRGG.org. If it is January, Ice Fest is just around the corner. Ice Fest 2017 is set for Thursday, January 26th through Sunday, January 29th. Giant ice sculptures carved before your eyes, photos in the magical throws, a snowfall ball, chili cook-off, a scavenger hunt, a giant ice slide, and so much more fun for the entire family. It is Pennsylvania's largest ice festival. Details at explorefranklincountypa.com or call 866-646-8060. And 6:25 to go in the game. East Pennsboro with the basketball after the timeout. And there's Faulkner. She got a hand on it, and it went out of bounds.
Yeah, able to step through on McCray there and get her hand on the ball. Just couldn't control it, and close enough to the sideline where the ball went out of bounds before she could grab the ball and then get possession.
So it's into McCray, and the shot there is no good, and the ball is going to be knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be Greencastle basketball, knocked out by the East Pennsboro Panthers. And here's Faulkner coming across the big court for the Blue Devils, and Faulkner will get it to Lydia Christ. And Faulkner coming in, back out of Cubs, shot going up outside and misses for Schatzenbacher. Rebound to East Pennsboro and Madison Ernst. And the Blue Devils come up empty in another possession.
Just a rough shooting night for the Blue Devils so far tonight.
It is, aside from Faulkner has 20 of the 26 for Greencastle. And comes underneath, and the ball swatted away. Blue Devils are going to be called for the foul.
Yeah, not sure who that's on, but a nice job there by Maddie Schweitzer coming across on the help defense. Ernst was able to get past her man and had a free road to the basket, but a nice job by Schweitzer to get across, cut her off. And they're going to get Lydia Christ, I believe, with the foul. And, Gary, that will be her third, the team's sixth.
So the next one will put the Panthers in the bonus.
Ashley Noblet checking into the game for the Blue Devils, replacing Heidi Schatzenbacher.
And the Panthers not in any big hurry right now, and there's no need to be. Blue Devils almost come up with, and they do. A turnover, the ball will go back to Greencastle.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there. Two East Pennsboro players ended up at the same spot, and I think one knocked it away from the other, and Blue Devils fortunate there to get a turnover. And they really need to get the offense going here, Gary. Trailing by 12 as we approach 5 minutes. They're starting to run out of time here.
Yeah, they are. And there's Faulkner coming in with the two. Underhanded layup for Faulkner. She has 22. And they do, John. They've only had 8 points in the second half. And there's the underhanded shot, no good. And it gets knocked back to the Blue Devils' Wagaman. Here's Faulkner, and she'll put up the three and drain it. And the Blue Devils are within 7. Janae Faulkner with just an incredible night. And we say that every night, I realize that. But
25 points on the night, and that shot got the crowd back into this game.
And now a turnover, and it goes back to Greencastle, or does it?
And the student section not agreeing with the officials there, but I think the officials have the final call on that, so it doesn't really matter what the students think, Gary. East Penn's going to keep the basketball.
It'll be East Pennsboro ball. Originally, I thought it was Greencastle. Oh. And here is Madison Ernst, and it's Ernst with the ball, and we're going to get a whistle, and it's going to be a timeout called by East Pennsboro with 4:23 to go in the ball game, and a 38-31 lead for East Pennsboro. And this update is brought to you by F&M Trust. If your banking relationship feels too distant lately, switch to F&M Trust. F&M Trust is local and make sure banking is done your way every day. Learn more at fmtrustonline.com. Member FDIC. Still plenty of time for the Blue Devils, John, but Janae Faulkner, 25 of the 31 points.
Yeah, we said, Gary, Greencastle would have to do something to get back into this game, and Janae Faulkner right there with 5 points in about, 20 seconds, able to cut that lead from 12 down to 7. I think the key here over the last 4.5 minutes for the Blue Devils is going to be the defense. They're going to have to keep East Pennsboro off the scoreboard. They're going to have to get rebounds. They're going to have to get stops, because you get a stop on the defensive end, that can lead to points on the offensive end. So I think the Blue Devils right now need to be focusing strongly on defense.
And it'll be East Pennsboro to inbound the ball. 4:23 to go. And the Blue Devils could use a turnover here.
Greencastle going to go man-to-man right now, going to put a little bit of pressure on East Pennsboro.
And it's Ernst, and with her there is Morgan Wagaman. And they work it over to Bolig. And back out to Ernst.
Once again, East Pennsboro going to be very patient here.
Come underneath, and it's going to be knocked out by the Blue Devils, a blocked shot by Faulkner.
Say Brittany Bowling going strong to the basket there and never really got the ball out of her hands. Janae just swatted away, and a nice defensive play there by Faulkner.
And inbound, and a three-point attempt is no good. And this time the Blue Devils are going to come up with it as it was out of bounds on the missed three-pointer. So Greencastle with the basketball and a shot to make it a 4-point game on this possession.
And that was the 6th-team foul for East Pennsboro, Gary. So another foul will send the Blue Devils to the line where they can try and get back into this game without the clock running, and that's something that's very important.
And outside three, it misses for Morgan Wagaman. And the Panthers bring it up, and it's knocked away by the Blue Devils, but Sunshine McCray has it, and Faulkner this time reaches above for the rebound.
Another stop for the Blue Devils. They need to convert on the other end.
And here's Faulkner underneath, missing the two. She's got it back and taps it in. What a shot!
And to give Ashley Noblet, I think Ashley Noblet actually got that rebound and tapped it to Faulkner.
And there's a steal for the Blue Devils, and it's going to be on East Pennsboro. Yeah.
Great job on the defensive end by Janae Faulkner, knocking that pass loose. Morgan Wagaman able to pick it up, and then she's mugged by a couple of Panther players. Once again, Greencastle now in the bonus, so Morgan Wagaman will shoot 1-and-1, trying to cut into that 5-point lead.
And these are very critical foul shots here. The Blue Devils could make it a one-possession game, but its shot is no good. And McCray reaches for the rebound and has it. And we go the other way. This is Langland. And we've got a foul here.
Yeah, not sure if she meant to do that because it's going to send East Pennsboro to the line here. I mean, Blue Devils only trail by 5. We have 3 minutes left in the game, so plenty of time to get back into it. So a foul on Ashley Noblet, and now both teams are in the bonus.
And it's Langland at the line, where she is just 1 for 8 this year. And the shot, and it's no good. But the rebound coming down to East Pennsboro as we hit the 3-minute mark. And the pass back out it comes, and that is 14, and with it, and it's going to be a foul called on the Blue Devils.
Yeah, I think that was Lydia Christen. I'm not sure who the player was for East Pennsboro. They both had their arms out trying to push off and get some space, and they're going to get Lydia Christen on that foul. So now that's 8 fouls for the Blue Devils, team fouls. Still 1-and-1 for East Pennsboro.
And the first one is no good, and Faulkner coming up with the rebound for Greencastle. 2:45 to go.
East Pennsboro certainly doing all they can to keep Greencastle in this game, Gary, missing 2 front ends of a 1-and-1.
And Faulkner puts up the 3, and she's got it.
So great, she's able to create space like that, find that little open area on the floor, and then just drain the 3, and it's been all Janae. She has 30 points in this game, cuts the lead to 2.
And it is a 2-point game. It was 12 points here in the fourth quarter. And over to the corner, 14, 6-3.
That's a high-pressure shot there. A 2-point lead with 2 minutes to go in the game, able to hit that 3. Put East Pennsboro back up by 5.
And here's Janae Faulkner with the ball. Faulkner. And she'll feed it off. 3-pointer. Oh, and it misses and just missed for Wagaman. And the rebound to East Pennsboro.
Yeah, that's a shot Greencastle needed right there. Wagaman unable to get it to fall. And then we're going to have a foul on Ashley Noblet. And once again, East Penn will go to the line to shoot 1-and-1. And so far, Gary, in the 1-and-1 situation, they're 0 for 2. So this will be their 3rd crack at it. And the weak foul shooting for East Pennsboro, keeping the Blue Devils in this basketball game.
Still plenty of time, 1:48 to go. And that one is no good. And the rebound comes down to Lydia Christ and the Blue Devils. And it's Christ left side. She'll get it to Faulkner. 3-point attempt is good. Top of the circle, Janae Faulkner.
Is there really anything she can't do?
I
think that's the question we need to ask. I mean, she can do it all. 33 points, 33 of the Blue Devils' 39 points. Janae Faulkner single-handedly keeping Greencastle in this basketball game.
It is just an unbelievable display tonight. It is so much fun watching her play basketball. And then you have a night like this. It is just, unbelievable. At one time, she scored 14 in a row.
Well, actually, Gary, she has scored 33 points in a row for the Blue Devils. Because if you remember, Lydia Christ and Morgan Wagman had threes early in the first quarter. Since then, it's been all Janae Faulkner.
That is right.
33 consecutive points for the Blue Devils. So, yeah, it's East Pennsboro 41, Janae 33.
Yeah.
So, she's doing a pretty nice job keeping the Blue Devils in this game.
That's right. It was 6-0.
Before she first scored her basket.
We were talking about how East Pennsboro had her contained. And,
33 straight points, just an amazing night. She set the all-time scoring record last week when she passed Dave Hahn's 16-13, 1,613 points. This keeps adding on to that record every day as we go on. Just an amazing performance and an amazing night.
33 points for Janae Faulkner.
Once again, Greencastle needs a stop here on the defensive end.
And they need it, yes. And here come the Panthers, 1:35 to go.
You hate to say it, Gary, but you almost wouldn't see Greencastle foul the way that East Pennsboro is shooting free throws.
Yes, and they have Blue Devils with the steal, Faulkner, and the Blue Devils with a chance to take the lead. Faulkner loses the ball momentarily, gets it back, gets it out to Wagaman, and over it comes right side. This is or left side to Chris. And the ball is going to be knocked out of bounds, but it'll be Blue Devil ball under their basket as they get it into Faulkner. Faulkner going around left side. And Faulkner puts up the three. She's got it. Janae Faulkner. Unbelievable. The Blue Devils have taken the lead, 54 seconds to go. And Faulkner steals the basketball to the basket. And she's done it again.
I'm done, Gary. I'm just going to sit and watch her the rest of the night.
Yeah, what can we say? I have never witnessed a performance of this magnitude, and we are tonight. And now, wait a minute. There's some words with East Pennsboro and Janae Faulkner, number 4, Walker.
There's Madison Ernst getting in the face of Janae Faulkner and saying a few things, and the official just kind of letting her get away with it, I guess. Yeah, she was on the floor with Noblet, and it was they were kind of battling for the ball, and then she got up and got in the face of Janae Faulkner, which I wouldn't recommend doing that.
Would not. Now, are we going to get a foul out of this, a technical?
Well, the officials are going to discuss it, and we'll see what happens here. Definitely some contact on the floor with Ernst and Noblet. Get the officials iron things out here.
And the referees, you see them discussing it. 41 seconds left. The Blue Devils.
I think we're going to get some sort of intentional or flagrant foul on Ernst because Ashley Noblet's going to the free throw line here.
So it's Noblet, and 35 points for that shot is good. And that breaks Janae's streak of 39.
Yeah, she scored 38 straight. Now Ashley Noblet with a huge free throw right there, Gary.
And
puts Greencastle up by 5.
5 with 41 seconds to go. The Blue Devils at 1 point trailed in this ball game by 12 points with about 5 or 6 minutes left?
Yeah, something like that. And then Janae Faulkner just decided she was going to take over the basketball game, and that's exactly what she did, scoring 38 straight points for the Blue Devils. That streak broken here a few seconds ago.
And now a double technical because Sunshine McCray just missed her first free throw.
Tell you what, Gary,
and missed the second one.
That's the 5th straight free throw East Pennsboro has missed here in the 4th quarter. So, that's a big thing that's allowed the Blue Devils to get back into this game. 3 attempts at a 1-and-1, missing the front end. Then McCray there was a 2-shot foul, missed them both. So the Blue Devils be able to take the lead based on East Pennsboro unable to make a free throw.
And it's cost the Panthers possibly the ball game with their free throw shooting. They're still alive, down by 5, very much alive.
Yeah, they need to get a shot off because they're down 2 possessions and the clock's running.
And And then finally do put it up, and sinking the three is Madison Ernst.
Tough shot by Ernst. Kind of a fadeaway. Greencastle doing a nice job to try and take away the three-point shot. Ernst able to find a little bit of space and make the basket. Cuts the lead to 2, Gary. Greencastle will get the ball, and they're going to probably have to make some free throws here if they're going to win the basketball game.
Yes, without question, they would. They're going to have to make the free throws. Yeah.
Yeah. Could you assume? I would assume East Pennsboro is going to try and get the steal off the inbounds pass. If they don't get the steal, then they're probably going to have to go with the foul. Greencastle right now only 18 fouls for East Pennsboro, Gary. So if there is a foul, the Blue Devils will shoot 1-and-1. They won't go to the double bonus until the next foul. So a little bit of an advantage there for East Pennsboro. They can put Greencastle on the line, force them to make the front end of a 1-and-1, something they haven't been able to do this fourth quarter.
Yes, they have not been able to, and now it could come down to Greencastle's foul shooting at the end.
Yeah, it's looking that way. East Pennsboro struggled here in the fourth quarter. The Blue Devils have done a great job. Janae Faulkner with 38 points, 38 of the team's 46, and right now I think East Pennsboro on the inbounds pass is going to do all they can to keep the ball out of the hands of Janae Faulkner. Going to want to try and make somebody else get the ball and make them go to the free throw line and try and win this game. Greencastle may send somebody deep here. We'll see what they do.
20.7 seconds on the clock. And this is inbound, of course, to Faulkner. Faulkner at midcourt, and she'll be fouled.
Nice job, Janae. They're able to get free and get that inbounds pass. Run a little bit of time off the clock before she's fouled. Very big 1-and-1 here for the Blue Devils. I think that goes without saying.
It is, unquestionably. If you make both ends of it, you got a two-possession game with 17.7 seconds to go.
Yeah, that's the key. East Pennsboro, a pretty good three-point shooting team tonight, so we want to try and get this up to 4.
And Faulkner's shot is no good, and McCray rebounds. 2-point ball game, 12 seconds to go. And they work it down, and the shot up there is no good. Rebound coming down to the Panthers, down to 4 seconds. Shot up at the buzzer, and it's no good. 0.3 of a second left, though.
Wow, that was a great job there by Madison Ernst of East Pennsboro to dribble around, find an open spot, get a good look at a 3. Just unable to get it to go, and the ball goes out of bounds. Blue Devils with the basketball, 0.3 seconds on the clock. And I think, Gary, this is a case where you just want to throw it to half court or throw it down to your end of the floor, and even if East Pennsboro catches it, they can't score.
Right, not with 0.3 of a second. Just get it to the other end. Yeah.
Just throw it up and, kind of like a jump ball in football, like the kind of passes you see at the end of a half or at the end of a quarter. So, yeah, Blue Devils, great job. I mean, what can you say? Janae Faulkner, 38 points tonight.
Wow.
Blue Devils trailing by 12 in the fourth quarter. Faulkner took control of the basketball game. Somehow the Blue Devils were able to find a way to win. It's still 0.3 of a second left, and Greencastle would have to do something, really bad here to not win this game, but we'll see what happens here in the last 0.3 of a second.
So here we go with 0.3 of a second, and it's Faulkner. And what was that?
Ashley Knobble was tackled. I think they got I think it was Madison Walker or Allison Langland, just kind of.
Yeah, they want to get the shot and a chance at the rebound.
I think, we have a wrestling match in here tomorrow night, and I think Ashley would just 2-point takedown right there.
Yeah, right. And at the line for the Blue Devils, and making the shot is Morgan Wagaman.
So Blue Devils will get the basketball. This thing pretty much over.
And the second one is no good. It's 3 points, still 0.3 of a second. And the Blue Devils will have the basketball on the intentional foul. And
just have to find a way to get it in bounds. I would send somebody deep if I was you.
Yeah, send it deep.
And that's what Keith wants too.
Yeah, and there it is, and that's the ball game. And we have witnessed tonight one of the best performances you will ever see by a high school basketball player or any sporting athlete. Janae Faulkner with 38 points, and just a huge come from behind. John, they came from behind from 11 and then came from behind from 12.
Yeah, kind of like when Janae had her little 14-point run there when she brought the Blue Devils back into the lead in the second quarter. Then East Pennsboro able to kind of extend their lead, stretch it out a little bit. But once again, fourth quarter, Faulkner takes control. 38 points out of 47 for the Blue Devils. She scored 33 in a row for her team before Ashley Knobble hit a couple of free throws to break that streak. But a huge win tonight for the Blue Devils. Like we said before the game, they were sitting in 8th place in 5A in the power rankings, and that's the last home game or the last spot to get a home game in the first round. So Blue Devils doing what they can here to keep in the top 8 of the power rankings, and a great win here tonight.
And we will be back to wrap it up from Greencastle Antrim High School after these messages on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com, Game Time PA, 93.7 FM WRGG, and on the web at WRGG.org.
There are so many things to get done this time of year. Don't get me wrong, it's all good, but man, it can get overwhelming, especially the money. That's why I prefer F&M Trust for my banking. F&M Trust has all the mobile and online tools I need to keep on top of finances, and they have 22 locations, every one of them right here in South Central PA. That's 100% local to me, and it's banking done my way every day. If this sounds like a great bank to you, learn more now at fmtrustonline.com. Member FDIC.
If it is January, Ice Fest is just around the corner. Ice Fest 2017 is set for Thursday, January 26th through Sunday, January 29th. Giant ice sculptures carved before your eyes, photos in the magical throat, a snowfall ball, chili cook-off, a scavenger hunt, a giant ice slide, and so much more fun for the entire family. It is Pennsylvania's largest ice festival. Details at explorefranklincountypa.com or call 866-646-8060.
Here's Johnny's Big Fish, the Hogger Dog, Rod Hogger with the catch of the day.
Sweet seafood at Johnny's. Shrimp, crab, scallops, and more.
A 3-pound box of 1620 breaded butterfly shrimp, just $19.50. Or how about a 5-pound box of 36 40-count raw Gulf shrimp, only $26.95. Wow, Rod.
A 2-pound bag of those 31 40-count easy peel IQS shrimp for just $11.25. And coconut breaded torpedo shrimp, 3 pounds for $18.50.
Lump crab meat, $10.95 a pound. Frozen colossal crab meat, $10.95 a pound. Snow crab clusters, $8.95 a pound.
Jumbo roll scallops, $12.95 a pound. Cod fillets, $3.95 a pound. Tilapia fillets, $3.20 a pound. And how about some skin-on whiting fillets, $5.50 for 2 pounds.
Catch it while you can. The winter seafood sale at Johnny's.
Johnny's with 2 great locations, Route 11 South in Chambersburg, and Johnny's Express, Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg.
Does high-interest credit card debt have you down? Well, relief is here at Patriot Federal Credit Union. Save when you transfer your existing high-rate balance to a new Patriot Visa credit card. There's no annual fee and no transfer fee. Just a great introductory rate for 12 billing cycles. That gives you a full year to lower your balance. Learn more at patriotfcu.org.
Subject to credit approval, member NCUA.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
Streaming live with over 70 local sporting events a year. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Postgame show brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding Pennsylvania and Maryland communities. Blue Devils winning tonight by a score of 44-38. It is just hard to describe the performance of Janae Faulkner tonight with 38 points on the night.
Yeah, just such a fun game to watch a great player like that play at the level that she does, and just an amazing performance. You know, you can run out of superlatives to talk about what a game she had tonight. 38 points, the Blue Devils 47, single-handedly keeping the Blue Devils in this game and putting them in the lead at the end. And just, it's she has to graduate, unfortunately, and it's going to be very sad to see her go because she's a very, very special basketball player.
Yeah, I know. It's you have to graduate.
At some point.
At some point, it would be nice to stay around for a while, John. I know, but but she is the all-time leading scorer, basketball, boys or girls. And, it's just been an incredible career for Janae Faulkner. And tonight, of the many, many great games, this at least has to rank up there with those for Janae.
Yeah, it's definitely on the short list if it's not at number one.
And, when you score 38 points in a night, Greencastle had 6 points, and then Janae herself reeled off the next 33.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, from the beginning of the first quarter to the middle of the fourth quarter, she just did it all.
And the Blue Devils overcoming deficits of 12 and 11 points tonight, and they win it here by a score of 47-44. We'll be back with some final comments when the Antrim Insurance pregame show continues right after this message on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com, GameTimePA.com, 93.7 FM WRGG, and on the web at WRGG.org.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently, if only. No regrets. If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you. With an Erie Rate Lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at antriminspa.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at erieinsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to jdpower.com.
Erie Insurance.
Back here at Greencastle Antrim High School, where the Blue Devils come away with a 47-44 victory. Janae Faulkner with 38 points, and you can hear Janae's comments tomorrow on WRGG on Sports with John Freeman on this outstanding performance tonight, the comeback game. And the Blue Devils, behind Janae Faulkner's 38 points, win a game that they really needed. As far as the power rankings go, the Blue Devils improved to 14-3, while East Pennsboro falls to 7-10. And we do want to remind you that coming up, we will have a few more Greencastle girls broadcast January 31st, our Game Time PA game from Shippensburg, when the Blue Devils take on the Lady Greyhounds. And then on the February the 6th and 7th at home with Spring Grove and Susquehanna Township on the final 2 games of the season. And by the way, the Blue Devils play at home here. 4 of their last 5 games are right here in Greencastle, with just that road trip to Shippensburg. And tonight's game on 93.7 FM, WRGG, MidPennBroadcasting.com, and GameTimePA.com. And tonight's game has been brought to you by F&M Trust. Also brought to you, tonight's game has been brought to you by F&M Trust. If your banking relationship feels distant lately, switch to F&M Trust. F&M Trust is local and makes sure banking is done your way every day Learn more at fmtrustonline.com. Member FDIC. Postgame show brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding Pennsylvania and Maryland areas. By the Franklin County Visitors Bureau, your great moments are waiting in Franklin County. Let the Franklin County Visitors Bureau help you plan your next visit to the beautiful Cumberland Valley. By Keystone Ford, fast, fair, and friendly. By Waste Management, environmentally friendly technologies and advanced innovations. By Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency serving the tri-state area for 37 years. By Patriot Federal Credit Union, helping members achieve financial success in our community since 1965. By Johnny's Restaurant and Hotel Service, superior service, competitive prices. And by Shippensburg Physical Therapy with offices in Greencastle, Waynesboro, Shippensburg, and Newville, specializing in orthopedic and sports-related injuries. By Horace Mann, founded by educators for educators. Visit Greencastle Representative Jeff Coons, 116 South Antrim Way, Greencastle. By Greencastle Eye Care Center, a leading provider of optometry services in the Greencastle community since 1984. Lecron Comfort Solutions, serving all of Franklin County with professional service and installation. And by Klein Tours, New York City, Atlantic City, and more. Visit kleintours.net. Be sure to be with Mid-Penn Broadcasting at WRGG on Friday night when the Greencastle Antrim boys travel to Big Spring. And we will also have on Mid-Penn Broadcasting Game Time PA Central Dolphin at Chambersburg. For John Freeman and the entire Mid-Penn Broadcasting team, I'm Gary Klein saying so long. Once again, the final score, the Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils 47, East Pennsboro 44. Good night, everybody.